installing Flutter on Windows and creating your first Flutter application. Hello everyone, my name is Ankush Jain, and in this video I will show you how to install Flutter on your Windows machine, and then we will create a sample Flutter application. So let's get started. Installing Flutter on Windows. So here are the steps that you need to follow to install Flutter on Windows. So first step is download the latest stable release of Flutter from official website. I have provided the link here, so you can click on this link and it will take you to the Flutter documentation, and we will be following the same. So don't worry. So here first step is install Flutter. Download Flutter SDK, and here is the link. Or you can also do like install Flutter on Windows. On Windows, and then you will also land up on the same page where I have taken you. So you can download this Flutter zip file, and then you can first step is to download this zip file. Okay, so I have already downloaded this zip file, so I am not going to download it again. So here is the file. The file is around 900 MB, so it may take some time to download, but yeah, that is the first thing that you need to do. Second thing, you have to unzip this file on your C drive. Or yeah, I mean, you can you can unzip it in any other drive as well, but C drive is the recommended one. Remember, you don't have to unzip this file in program files, because that requires additional administrative privileges. So Flutter don't recommend it to install in program files. And you can also find the same instruction here. Do not install Flutter in a directory like C program files that requires elevated privileges. Again, uh, one more thing, do not install Flutter to a path that contains special character or spaces. So what we are going to do, we are going to create a folder here, Flutter. Okay, so don't create a folder like Flutter SDK. I mean, this is having spaces and that might be part of the special character. So we are avoiding all those things, just simply Flutter. And they have recommended that you can create a path like this, CSRC Flutter, but yeah, I'm okay with keeping simply Flutter. Now what I will do, I will unzip the downloaded folder here. So I will copy the path. Okay, now I will go to my downloads. I will click here, I will right click, extract all, and I will bring my window here, and now show extracted files once completed. So I have pressed extract button. So yeah, because there are huge number of files, so this unzipping process may take some time. So I'm pausing my video here and we'll get back to you once the unzipping has been completed. So I'm back, and you can see 90%, 98% of extraction has been completed, and I had to wait almost 5 to 6 minutes for this to happen. So be prepared for that because it may take some time, and you can see still it is extraction is happening slowly. So let's wait for this extraction to finish, and then we will move to our next step. Meanwhile, we can go here on this page. So here we can see the next step is extract the downloaded file to your preferred location that we have done. Next thing is add the Flutter bin folder path to your path environment variable that we need to do. So after installation is completed, I guess it is completed. So yeah, you can see I have extracted in Flutter folder in C directory. So it has already created, I mean, one more Flutter. So we are inside Flutter. We have two Flutter folders. So what I will do, I will copy everything, do Control X, and will move everything here. So uh, I mean, moving data doesn't take that much of time. So I have moved everything on the top level Flutter folder. Now you see this Flutter folder is already there. So this is empty. I am going to delete it. Now what I will do, I will copy the path of bin. Just copy this, and now I will right click on my PC, go to properties, On the properties, I will go advanced system settings. In advanced system settings, I will click environment variable, then I will click on path, and then I will do edit. Here I will click on new, and then we'll copy this path, C flutter bin. Once I copy the path, I will press OK, then again OK, then again OK. Okay, so now I will close. If there is, I have already opened an existing command session, I will uh, press CMD and will open new command prompt. Okay, so I have opened the new command prompt. So let me zoom it, and now I will type Flutter version. So if environment variable has been set correctly, then we should, the console should able to understand Flutter command and it should return version. So now you can see we are getting a message, welcome to Flutter. That means the CMD command line tool is able to understand Flutter because we have set the environment variable, and since Flutter is installed, we have already copied the Flutter SDK, so we are getting this message. So it means that Flutter installation has been completed successfully. So Flutter application development can be done in Android Studio or can be done in Visual Studio Code as well. So we will be using Visual Studio Code. I personally like it because this is very lightweight software. So I have opened Visual Studio Code. Now, okay. So Visual Studio Code, you in order to work with Visual Studio Code for Flutter development, you have to install one extension, which is Flutter. So you will get Dart code. This is the verified one. So you have to just click install, and this will install Flutter extension on your Visual Studio Code. Okay. Meanwhile, it is installing. Let's see what are the next step. So we have set up the IDE Flutter extension, creating your first Flutter application. Okay, so now we have installed the SDK, we have set up the IDE. Now we will create our first Flutter application. That is very easy. There are two ways to create Flutter application. First way is you can create a new application with the Visual Studio Code, and another option is to create the application via CLI. So I will show you both option, but uh, uh, yeah. So here I have also mentioned the command that you need to run. I mean that those commands which are essential for Flutter development. So if you want to create a Flutter application via CLI, so you can run this command, Flutter create my app. I mean whatever your app's name. So it will generate all the files which are required to which are required for a Flutter application. And another option that we are going to do in this demo, so which is, we will be creating Flutter application from Visual Studio Code. So we will run this Control Shift P in VS Code. So once the Flutter extension is installation is completed, so we will close this. We will come here. Now what I will do, I will press Control Shift P and will type Flutter. And once I type Flutter, I get these options: Flutter Run, Flutter Doctor, Flutter Upgrade. I will click on New Project, and here I will select Application. I will leave everything as it is. I will click on Application. Once I do that, I will be prompted to select a directory where I want to keep this application. So I will select, I will create POC folder, POC. Inside POC, yeah, I will select this POC folder. Okay, and now it is asking me for the name of Flutter application, so I am just keeping Flutter application underscore one, which is the default. I will press enter. So once I do that, okay, do you trust the authors of the files in this folder? Yeah, I do. Okay, so you can see Flutter create. So it is basically in the background, it is running the command line argument. Sorry, it is running the command in command line. So you can see it has generated a Flutter application here. Okay, you can see the entire code. So we will go. So we have, created a Flutter application, and using Visual Studio codes. So now what is the next thing? We need to run this application. So to run this application, you can simply go here and run, click on start debugging, or you can also do F5. So I will do F5. So once I press F5, it will launch uh, the Flutter application. But yeah, I see a problem here because you can see launching lib main dart on Windows in debug mode. So as I said, Flutter application, you will be using the same. Okay, so I got the error because it is trying to run uh, this Flutter application for Windows, and I have to run this as a web application. So I will close this, and I would like to point you one more thing. Like you can see Android folder here and iOS folder here. So everything, I mean, you don't have to maintain separate code base for different type of application. So once you build the application, these folders, this web folder contains web application part, this Android folder contains Android application, and this iOS folder contains iOS application. So yeah, and you just have to work on the lib part. So here you will be creating Dart files. So now I will have to select device, I guess. Yeah, Flutter select devices. So I will type device, and here because I have not Android Studio installed on my machine, and I want to run this Flutter application on my web browser. So I will select Chrome here, and once I do that, so now if I press F5, it will launch the Flutter application in my Google Chrome. But yeah, if you have Android Studio installed and also emulator installed, so you can select from the devices drop down, you can select Android uh, emulator, and from if you and then you launch F5, I mean then you press F5, it will launch the application in your emulator. So it is waiting for connection from debug service on Chrome. So let's see. I mean, so basically, I mean, meanwhile, I can explain you. So this is simple kind of C sharp program, which starts with main, and from here, run app. It call this run app function, and uh, my app, it returns my app widget. So my app basically a class here, which returns, which is building a widget, and it returns a widget here. So return type is widget, and you know material application is the class which inherits from widget. So this application in my another browser, you can see the application has been launched, and here if I to give it a look more kind of a mobile application. So yeah, you can see. Okay, okay. Anyway, I mean, if I click one plus button, so I am getting this number is getting increased. So this is the Flutter application you have created along with the installation. So I hope this video has helped you in getting started with Flutter. So thank you very much for watching. Please do let me know your feedback in comments. Okay, bye bye.